Is the coronavirus, COVID-19, a blessing or a curse? It's an extraordinary question to ask. Most people would say it's a curse because it's upset our whole world. But I've been listening to a lot of people who are saying, it's great, I've now finished painting the spare room. I've been at home and I've done the lawn and I've done this in my house and I've had more time with my family, we've eaten meals together and it's been extraordinary. I've got to know my neighbours who've dropped things off for me and people have been working together. Is it a blessing or a curse? And what's extraordinary is it is a curse at the same time. Unemployment is just growing. Families are falling apart. Mental health issues are on the rise for people. It's an extraordinary that the world is falling apart. People don't know where their next meal is coming from. They don't even know maybe where their next toilet roll is coming from. And we just don't know what's happening in our world. It's almost out of control. Is it a blessing or is it a curse? Today's gospel, the wheat and the darnel, is an extraordinary gospel because we see the wheat come up, which is the blessing, and we see the darnel come up, the weeds, which looks very much like wheat. And you don't know what it is until the harvest time. And is that a curse? And they said to basically Jesus, what's this mean? And he said, well, the field is the world. The wheat are the good people. The weeds are evil. Where did the evil come from? In the Garden of Eden with Adam and Eve, God made wheat. Where did the evil come from? We don't know. We're not understanding theologically too much about that at the moment. And Jesus said, let the wheat and the darnel grow together. Well, why would God want that? Why doesn't God just get rid of evil? Why is God saying, no, let the good and the bad, the wheat and the darnel grow together? Then, at the end of time, we will take the darnel and throw it into hell, and we'll take the righteous and go to heaven. One of my favourite stories is a Chinese Zen story. I'd like to share it with you. There was once a farmer. He had a horse and he tilled his land with the horse. And then one day the horse broke out and ran away. And his neighbours came up to him and said, you know, that's a bit of bad luck that your horse ran away. And he said, good luck, bad luck, who knows? A week later, the horse came back with 10 other horses following, wild horses from the mountains. And the neighbours said, oh, that's a bit of good luck, isn't it? And he said, good luck, bad luck, who knows? And then his eldest son thought, we'll get some money, we'll break in the horse. So he jumps on the horse and it bucks him off and he breaks his leg. And the neighbours come round and say, that's a bit of bad luck, isn't it? And he says, good luck, bad luck, who knows? A couple of days later, the Chinese militia conscription group comes through and they get all the able-bodied men into the army and they see the farmer's son and says, I'll leave him alone. And when they left, the neighbours came, that was a bit of good luck, wasn't it? And he said, good luck, bad luck, who knows? The story could go on, and I won't. But, you know, like, how we look at things, is it good luck? Is it bad luck? Is it a blessing or is it a curse? How do we understand this darnel and the wheat is this way? We can understand it as being that topological scripture that says it is about the wheat, the world, and bad and good people together. But maybe also the field is your life. You would not want to be condemned for every bad thing you did, would you? You wouldn't want God to say, right, you did one bad thing, that's it, you're going to hell. And you don't want to say, you reckon you're going to get to heaven because you did one good thing? You're not. Jesus is saying the good and the bad in your life may grow together. And you will not be condemned just because you did one bad thing. That's the hope of this gospel. That's the hope of how we understand it. You're not going to hell because of one bad thing. And you're not going to heaven because of one good thing either. It has to be a world that we live together in our lives. And the extraordinary thing is Jesus didn't come for the weak people, by the way. Didn't Jesus come for the Darnell people? Didn't Jesus say to the lost sheep, he went and got the lost sheep, celebrated? Didn't Jesus say to the woman caught in adultery, I don't condemn you, be free? Didn't Jesus say to the good thief, today you will be with me in paradise? And so it proves us that Jesus came for our lives, not to condemn us, but to give us hope that by living our life and understanding the journey we make, there is always hope. And the wheat is the Eucharist that nourishes us in our life. My friends, be assured, you will not go to hell at the end of days for one bad thing, but you won't go to heaven for one good thing. It has to be a lifelong journey.